Is this Radio Biafra? Is Yokuna Bako on it what we know truth and honesty. Here on this platform, we don't play with it. What can Yoruba say? They can publish pictures of my very beautiful wife and myself. If I can't kiss my wife in the public, am I going to kiss your ugly wife? Now you understand, don't you? Very simple. Very, very simple. This is Radio Biafra. Yoruba is into fraud. They are doing it in London right now as we speak. Trial of persons who stole national resources to begin very soon, according to Buhari. There is no Minister for Justice. There is no Attorney General of the Zoo, as long as I'm concerned. So Buhari is the chief prosecutor. He's the everything. He's collecting his magistrate. He's everything. Why is he allowed to get away with all the trappings of a dictatorship? Because all of you are daft. This UG, black and useless. I say black and useless from Africa. No brain. You want somebody to pity you. Oh, I'm a human being. Nnamdi Kanu is insulting us. Why? Because you're an animal. How can you allow one single person, only Buhari, to determine who is guilty, to determine the innocence of people, to determine when, oh my good, to even determine court timetable? The people supporting him to fight corruption as they claim, is it not where the money is? Is it not laughable that Britain is coming out and saying, oh, we want to support Buhari to recover all the money? But you know where the money is and in the banks where they are in your own country. Why don't you return them then? This is, I can't, in this UG, I don't want to speak against the spirit. I don't want to see them and they won't see me. Black people, God forbid bad thing. The people helping you to fight corruption, the money you are fighting for is in their bank account in NatWest Bank in Barclays. The money is in Santander. The money is in Chase Manhattan. The money is in their bank and they're looking at it. They won't return it. The white people that helped black, useless, primitive monkeys to transport money abroad, they will not persecute them in their countries, you know. Britain will let them go free. And when the BBC, we understand Nigeria is now fighting for corruption, baboons will be jumping up like idiots. In this UG, you have a curse. That curse is in your brain. You have a defective gene. It is genetic inside your brain. There is a part of your brain that doesn't function very well. You believe in feeling sorry for yourself. Oh, take it easy on us now. Don't take it. How can I do you want you believe? How can I take it on you? How can I be merciful? How can I be? You are a fool. Nobody gives you the common sense to understand that Buhari should not be the judge, the jury in the case of corruption. Common sense doesn't tell you to ask Buhari, you've been selling oil for over 2 months, where is the money? That disqualifies him from even holding any anti-corruption rubbish. So if you don't, because I say, oh my goodness me, if you go to equity, you must go with clean hands. I didn't say it. People in legal profession did. If Buhari is at all honest or sincere about his credentials, start by telling us, I'm not asking you about PTF, we'll come to that later. Tell us about the 2 months you've been in power. Where is the oil money? But you're a baboon in the zoo. You can't ask, can you? Do you know why you cannot ask him? Because you're black. That your blackness predisposes you to monumental stupidity and cowardice. That is why we are number one in the world, because right now in Wisconsin, in Alabama, in Seattle, if you go to Toronto in Canada, everywhere people are listening to Radio Biafra. They even come here to get the truth, because they know that truth will set them free. Are we asking for our land? Am I asking for the onions that they grow, or maybe tomatoes? Or suya? The answer is no. What we are saying in simple English is that leave us alone. With us in the same country with Hausa Fulani people, we can never be developed. Because they want to hide their own mediocrity. Even Britain has solved this problem many years ago. Britain, they have a grammar school system in Britain where if you are bright, you go to grammar school. It's called a public school. You see how ironic they are. Public school is meant for those exceptionally brilliant children. When they finish, they have 2 schools to go to, Oxford or Cambridge. If you ask them to accept everybody, even those from local comprehensive school, they will say no. They don't want to dilute the excellence that they're pursuing. This is Britain for you. Now, in Africa, Africa is in a mess. Everybody knows that black people are useless. Africa is in one almighty mess. That is the truth. How do you solve the problem? Now, there is a race of people called Biafrans. They are very, very good. They have scientists, they have inventors, they have good economists, they have everything. Why don't you allow them to be on their own? So tomorrow you can say to Awasa Fulani, why can't you be like Biafra? Can't you copy them? Because the same thing happened in Southeast Asia. Today, every Southeast Asian country is developed. They call them the tiger economies in Asia. Look at Singapore, look at Malaysia, look at Indonesia, look at Thailand. Everywhere they are waxing very strong. Nobody wants to be left behind. But in Africa, the white man is in Europe telling, oh, don't worry, you can all be mediocre. Don't worry, you baboons and monkeys, don't be reasonable. Be together. They know that putting you together with Hausa Fulani means that you're going to be a slave forever and ever. That is what that is called dumbing down. The only way to hide Hausa man's stupidity is to remain in one Nigeria. I threw them a challenge before. I am prepared to convince Biafran people to cede all the oil in Biafra land to them for 4 years. Let me tell you something. Take all the oil and gas. We will dash you for free for 4 years. Take it. Leave us alone. If we don't surpass you within 6 months, you know I'm a bastard. But they will not take up the challenge. You know why? No. Oh, so that Biafra, you know Yoruba and their conspiratorial duplicitousness. Let me put it that way. We will be better than them. But Yoruba will tell you, oh no, let us stay in one Nigeria. I don't want these Igbo people. You know, they post so much. Tomorrow now, they'll be greater than us. So people will be saying, what are you doing? Is it only fraud? These are facts and figures. You must know.
Aye.
They say we preach hate, and I'm saying, where is the hate? Take the oil and gas. Is that hatred? Look at me, Chichibikon. Take the oil and gas. How is that hatred? I'm telling you, we will tell Biafrans, give them the oil and gas.
Hold on there.
Hold on there. Freedom.
Only there. And when I am here now, I want to be Drelian. And when I here, so that the king had this, na me start them. Na me start to defend our people. So what we are doing now is manifestation of his gospel. Yoruba. Peter Obi is the one. I saw him. I saw where Peter Obi is dragging that girl from the Ibom air. Now this Peter Obi. I will not vote for him because there's no how he will just drag our fellow women. This is indiscipline. I met you here. Yoruba. Nobody will settle this issue. We will settle this thing everlasting. You see this thing we are preaching now? We will transfer it to our children, almost of everlasting generation. Is there anything wrong? Is there anything wrong in what I'm doing? Let me even reflect. This thing I'm doing, is it correct? You're right. You're very much correct. This is called love. Love message. Love. I preach love, brother. And I want him preaching now on the Lubaman Nabal also. I want him here now. I'm a program. I'm going to them. Anya Nambra is a thief. Idiot. I just saw it now. Idiot. Whoever you are. It is a day for now this petty talking. This one, that one. Even so we got sort out with on your back. Oh, one of my again block or idiot. No, I'm a mom call Yoruba. Oh, Yoruba. Oh, their way. You know, they love to see us fighting each other. Have a head there, so that I got the other side, head down on that thing. How would you shoot a ball? Jamoya. Get all those good, have that on one side, leg not you put in a bed. Ha, hate, yes, we are on it.
Let me tell you that we want to prove to mankind that your brain is the greatest natural resource you have. The white stuff in your skull. It is greater than every gold reserve, every diamond reserve, every copper, every silver, every iron ore, every crude oil reserve.
Don't you want me to warn you? Get my brother-in-law. You want you, bear. Keba in-law. Rakawa you. Koboko no kando. You want mother. I am a be shaft that brother.
Every gas, anything you can think of. Your brain, that small tiny brain you have, is greater than all the oil in the whole world. That is why they are afraid of you. That is why they are afraid of Biafra. They don't want the truth to prevail. The reason why they don't want the truth to prevail is because they believe that by holding down Biafra, this is the brain. Britain's concern is we want to put down black people. The best way to subdue them is to go to the source. It's like if you want to, down a big giant. You don't need to be fighting him blow for blow. Just go to one of the nerves around the neck. Press on it very hard. They will fall down. No matter how big they are, no matter their body mass or their muscle size, once you cut off the supply of oxygen and blood to the brain, that giant will come tumbling down. You don't need to do very much. That was how the Biafran commandos used to kill Hausa men. The survival time for any Hausa man before a Biafran commando was 20 seconds. And the Hausa man is dead. 20 seconds, I tell you. The elite Biafra commando, only 20 seconds, and Hausa man is dead. Hausa Fulani and Wugo. How do you think they achieved that? They know where to apply pressure in the body. So what Britain did was to go for the jugular. Britain knows that you can be running around all over the world, all you care. Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, Malcolm X, everybody, Walter Rodney, Patrice Lumumba, Thomas Sankara, they don't care. They are holding down only one simple thing, Biafra. As long as Biafra is down, let me repeat myself in case you didn't hear me before, every black creature on earth will be in trouble. Because your spring of life is Biafra. Without Biafra, no black country in the world will ever be civilized. They can never be developed. Biafra is the source. It is the source of light and inspiration to mankind. That is why I tell you that Biafra is not about a country or maybe a nation. It is much more than that. Much more than a nation or a country. Biafra is the bringer of life, the way we know it. And if that is not religion, I don't know what is.
Is our religion?
Now you know why Biafra is our religion. Only the hardcore are called to this. Those who we are born to bring Biafra, they are people. Sometimes they, why don't you do it like other people? You can see the way they're doing it. They don't do this. They don't. What we are doing is what heaven asked us to do. In heaven, that the world may know that these are his children, so that when he unleashes his glory and his grace upon them, you will not be in doubt as to who made it possible. Now you understand, don't you? Abdul Salami Peace Committee meets Buhari. What are they saying to Buhari? That the era of dictatorship has come and gone. Abdul Salami is telling Buhari, because he's the Onachinama. Buhari is the cattle rearer. He doesn't know what is happening. Shocking revelation, Buhari agrees to the alternative. What is, doesn't sound English, does it? Days, the same way they used to call the East Anatolia. The east of the world, from Turkey, the Bosphorus River, all the way to Japan used to be called Anatolia. The East. The particular Middle East you have today used to be called the Levant. Let me tell you something. Do you know that Britain, they are the ones that give out all these useless names? Middle East, Middle Belt, Northern Protectorate, Southern. But do you know I've been studying England very well. I've been going through Britain very well. They don't have any place in Britain that the name is not original. You don't have any Middle Belt in England. There is no Northern Belt in England. There is no Southern minority in England. There is no minority group in England. This is to tell you how evil they are. They go and they plant all this rubbish in your brain. Niger Delta, I'm from Ogoni. But if you travel to England, no. If you go to a place called, oh God, what is the name again? In the southern part of England, what is it called again? Oh dear me, I've lost it. I need somebody to help me. Oh dear, the original people that actually own England. What's it called again?
Cornwall.
In Cornwall. Thank you very much. Cornwall. I challenge you tomorrow to go to Cornwall. The names you'll be seeing, they're English, but the names you're seeing doesn't sound English, does it? The names of the streets and the roads doesn't sound English. These are ancient Celtic names. How come there is no Middle Belt in England? There is no Upper Belt. There is no riverine area. There is no Cross River. There is no... Oh, dear me. I'm from River State. I'm from Port Harcourt. But in England, there is no place they call rivers anywhere. Every place has a name. What is your original name? That is why we insist on Radio Biafra. What is your name? Some of you don't understand, but we don't blame you. If Amechi is not a thief, who is the thief? If not Chibika Amechi, they call him Rotimi. Yoruba cannot save you. 6 billion liquidified gas fund diverted into private accounts under SUSWAM. The SSG alleges. Welcome to the land of thieves. Money meant for the public purse diverted into a private account. Is that news? You have some policemen and army men listening right now. I know those that go out to shoot ordinary people are Wasa Fulani. We know not people who are learned, not those that suckle the breast of their mothers. Because there is a saying where we come from. When you're behaving very foolishly, they'll ask you, what the maybe you didn't take your mother's breast milk very well. And that has led me to not just a hypothesis, but to a verifiable fact. Empirical, of course. All of the Awasa people doing shooting at checkpoint, they have no father, they have no mother. They are the bastards that were born on the streets of Awasa land, abandoned in the gutter. Some of them in Lagos. The dirtiest city in the world. Somebody diverted 6 billion naira into his private account. Where is that money? The money is abroad. And the oh God, the people, the white man, oh, I want to help Nigeria fight corruption. Oh dear. But the money in question is in your bank, in your country. Can't you go and say to the bank manager, this money was stolen, take it back to where it comes from? No, you won't do it.
Let me say for that Yoruba person.
You know what they do? They go and, let's say, Omar Diko stole 4.5 billion when money had value. They now go and the interest accruing from Omar Diko money, they give it to you as loan to help Niger Delta. We are donating $100 million to help people of the Northeast to rebuild. But the money they accepted from your corrupt leaders is running into 400 billion. Now tell me who is the fool. Now you understand why you are black. Now you see why this gospel by Radio Biafra is important. We are not just fighting about ourselves, fighting for ourselves as Biafrans. We just want to, no. Not about oil or anything. It's the ability to own your own common sense. To be able to reason. To be your own master and not be anybody's slave. Right now, if you are a Nigerian, you are a British slave. British slave you are. It doesn't matter how you disguise it. You are a slave. You will. Money diverted into private account. And there is nothing anybody can do about it. We are giving you only the headlines, so the news summary is coming, if you have the time and the forbearance. We wash toilets to survive abroad, stranded Rivers students. Those, they are from Rivers. If they are, oh my goodness me. Is that a name? Rivers. A river is just a body of water that flows into the ocean. Rivers. If they ask you, where are you from? I'm from Rivers. Are you then telling me that you don't have river anywhere else in the world apart?
Hold on there. Just to come and put my voice, normally we don't sleep here. I am not Idu, the one that used TikTok for home address and all this sickle cell anemia. They are TikTok anthropologists. The historian, TikTok historian, no certificate. Some of you are committing genocide, but you don't know on social media. You are feeding lies to the upcoming generation. You just, it's easy now for you people because you are stark illiterate. It's easy. You just add one title to yourself. I'm not going to call it doctor. I'm not going to call it professor. And if you see the way they are calling them prof, sometimes you get confused. Say, is it this person really a professor? And when you call them, they tell you that is I'm a dropout, but I went to an unknown university. Nigeria and the forgery of certificate. Nigeria. I have a prayer for you people before I go. I have a prayer. I don't know whether I can be able to get this prayer.
Is the beginning of his downfall. Taking Biafra this far at Nachineke and sorry. Claim your mind. That is why humanity. Yes. Here, all other ones are drifting away from each other, which is the house of. It is Montesquieu, if I'm right.
Hold on.
In this separation of powers, in order to.
Hold on. Is it what I have here?
Since 1972. And 69, long as you have one, download. They did not vote for Zikiwe.
Wait.
Two of Bodasuki's father discharged. Long as you have one, 01.
It's not this one. I have a prayer, but I think the prayer have disappeared.
To embrace this your kingdom, Kabiamada, in the end, Papunoshi and your Chinese. Well, all other ones are drifting away from it. People are dead. And we'll go. It is Montesquieu. In Brazil, you have done the physical. Stand the beginning of the. This gospel must be preached this evening. It is normal. You think it's from executive. Or you are black people. That is the meaning of the word black. You are incapable of rising up to challenge injustice. But here on Radio Biafra we do. That is only our first headline. It's falling in price, and may it continue to fall. They are borrowing money to pay salaries, and idiots are clapping their hands. Nobody's asking them, if you borrow money to pay salary for February, how are you going to get the money for March, April, May, June, July, August? You're still going to borrow all the money? So one day the bank manager will ask you, but when are you going to pay? You say, I'm waiting for allocation. Allocation is based on oil, but oil price is falling, which means there is no money coming.
I see one of them.
Giving you loans.
You say your name is Abe. I've invited you. Come up. Here, let me all these small boys on social media. All these small boys of under 20 years. I've invited you. Come up now, Yoruba. Let me devour you with fact and figures. I want to tell my people that they should be proud of who is speaking. Yes, you are here. That is it. Can you hear me? Unmute yourself very fast.
What faction of IPOB do you belong to? That's the first question.
I'm an indigenous people of Biafra under the leadership of Mazen Namdekano. We're not here for saga. We're here to dwell into.
So you're not part of the autopilot. Ngozi or Rabueze.
We don't come here to change our topic. We come to somebody's platform, you calm down. Okay? I just want to follow you the way it's supposed to be so that you will run away with unnecessary question. And before I have a conversation with you. Can you please open your camera to show how bold you are in what you are preaching?
All right. So 1, I have less than 1,000 followers. 2, my profile, my pictures are on my profile. 3, I am presently in Enugu. So
open your camera. Let's discuss. You have been on this social media. Social media is like your bedroom. I do see you jumping from one place to another. Even when
yes. Like I said, on TikTok regulation, you need 1,000 followers to be able to.
Why haven't you? So why haven't you gotten 1,000 followers? I think you are fighting for your.
I just started late, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, less than a month.
You said what?
2-3 weeks, like approximately a month.
Well, approximately a month. What happened?
Join Twitter. So when I get
this
to
is not Twitter. This is not Twitter. This is called TikTok. This is called TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok. So I've been on TikTok for like 2-3 weeks, but very soon I'm on 800. In the next 1 or 2 weeks, I'll be on 1,000, and then I'll be opening my camera.
All right. Okay. Hold on. It's okay. Now let's go. I see the coat of arm you use as a profile. In other words, you are a very proud Nigerian. Am I correct?
Yes,
can you hear me?
Sir. Proud Nigeria, serving Nigeria 17 years, sworn to the Constitution to defend the Federal Republic of Nigeria against external threats. Yes.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't go far. I want to ask you, what can somebody look at back now? Generally, I'm not talking about those who are looting the entity dry. What is the benefit of somebody being a Nigerian?
And the benefit of being
You say your name is Abe. I've invited you. Come up. Here, let me all these small boys on social media. All these small boys of under 20 years. I've invited you. Come up now, Yoruba. Let me devour you with facts and figures. I want to tell my people that they should be proud of who is speaking. Yes, you are here. That is it. Can you hear me? Unmute yourself very fast.
What faction of IPOB do you belong to? That's the first question.
I'm an indigenous people of Biafra under the leadership of Mazen Namdekano. We're not here for saga. We're here to dwell into.
So you're not part of the autopilot. Ngozi Orabweze.
We don't come here to change our topic. We come to somebody's platform. You calm down, okay? I just want to follow you the way it's supposed to be, so that you will run away with unnecessary question. And before I have a conversation with you, can you please open your camera to show how bold you are in what you are preaching?
All right. So 1, I have less than 1,000 followers. 2, my profile, my pictures are on my profile. 3, I am presently in Enugu. So
open your camera. Let's discuss. You have been on this social media. Social media is like your bedroom. I do see you jumping from one place to another. Even when
yes. And like I said, on TikTok regulation, you need 1,000 followers to be able to.
Why haven't you? So why haven't you gotten 1,000 followers? I think you are fighting for.
I just started late, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, less than a month.
You said what?
2-3 weeks, like approximately a month.
Well, approximately a month. What happened?
Join Twitter. So when I get
this
to
is not Twitter. This is not Twitter. This is called TikTok. This is called TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok. So I've been on TikTok for like 2-3 weeks, but very soon I'm on 800. In the next 1 or 2 weeks, I'll be on 1,000, and then I'll be opening my camera.
All right. Okay. Hold on. It's okay. Now let's go. I see the coat of arm you use as a profile. In other words, you are a very proud Nigerian. Am I correct?
Yes,
can you hear me?
Sir. Proud Nigeria, serving Nigeria 17 years, sworn to the Constitution to defend the Federal Republic of Nigeria against external threats. Yes.
It's okay. Don't go far. I want to ask you, what can somebody look at back now? Generally, I'm not talking about those who are looting the entity dry. What is the benefit of somebody being a Nigerian?
And the benefit of being a Nigerian, it gives us an identity. Although we come from different ethnic nation, You have the Yoruba ethnic nation, the Igbo ethnic nation, the Bibio ethnic nation, the Hausa ethnic nation. We have a national passport, which takes.
You don't have a ethnic nation. You don't have Ijebu ethnic nation.
No, sir. It's called
So why?
Yoruba
Oh, really?
ethnic nation.
Why?
Yoruba ethnic nation. Can you tell us the difference between a nation and tribe? Maybe
I don't
you
care.
don't know.
No. I'm asking you because you mentioned Ibibio ethnic nation. I'm not asking you. You don't have Ijebu ethnic nation.
So let me educate
Now
you.
let's stick. It's okay. Let's stick to the question. So the benefit of being a Nigerian is to do what, please? Because you are educating the viewers. Just go on. What is the benefit?
So the benefit of being a Nigerian is our strength, is our diversity. 1, 2. We have a Nigerian Federal Republic of Nigerian passport. We don't have a Biafran passport, right? 3. I've understood this movement since 2010. Myself, Mwazurike. I have friends that
No, you are
have.
diverting. You are diverting. Here is not a do platform. Here we stick to the topic, and we are not here to play a hanky-panky game because our mate are prime minister in different countries, so we don't have to joke with it. I ask you, what have you benefited being a Nigerian? You said passport. I think another thing you mentioned is you said passport. What other thing?
Education, identity.
Okay, that's which kind of education are you talking about, please?
Oh, education for me to be able to study IPOL for the last 15 years, from Mwazurike to the DOS, to the Dream Night, to the Clayton Udo, to Vam Vam, to Chinazan Woro in Qatar, to Ima Powerful in Germany. So I've studied IPOL.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay. Do we have people like electrical engineers in Nigeria? At least it's part of the studies.
Of course. Aulawa gave us education, free education for everybody, including the Igbos and the Biafrans.
Where did they go to study that?
Oh, in First University in Nigeria, Nsukka, UNN. UI.
So now, with that your education now, what have you produced with it in Nigeria? Let's go to electricity. And let's go to also petrochemical, because this is also my field, which I left and then double into civil engineering. Why do we have engineers, electrical, and then yet there's nobody can generate electricity for their own self? They always import. Like Atiku is responsible of importing generator from outside the country. And we as me and you speaking now, there's a part of Nigeria today that have never seen electricity for the past 30 years.
All right. So President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the first president since 1960, since our independence, that has removed electricity from our exclusive list to our concurrent list, meaning each state, individuals, organizations can generate electricity today. And that's a plus for Mr. President. No president has ever done that. It has always been on the exclusive list. So you yourself, as an individual, can generate electricity through what we call the PPP project, public-private partnership. Bring investors from wherever you are, Europe, America, and you can generate electricity for your village people.
Okay. I'm using you to establish something. I'm not paying attention to you. I want those on comment section to be listening, because when we say that Yoruba people are the problem, Africa in general have, because their duplicity and their corny lifestyle is what is keeping people down. They always falsify information, which we have really taught our people recently, which we were not aware in the past. We are busy talking about Fulani. We never knew that there's a lot of virus that is more deadly than Fulani, which is the Yorubas with their media. You know, they are in charge of mainstream media in the past, where they are using it to, change the mindset of people by telling them what is not obtainable. They always preach theory, but the practical is not there. So that's why I invited you to come to my platform. At least those who are listening have seen what, at least not even only Nigerians, even externals that are listening. Because when we tell them that Nigeria is a mess, Nigeria have never, have anything to give people, to give them that hope that, yes, this is a place I call my country. Because if they have this thing you just mentioned, if you say there's a really benefit of being a Nigerian, I don't think we would have had a lot of Yorubas, Igbos, Benis, migrating. Some of them are using leg to run away. Sometimes I think recently the term is Jabba. You know the meaning of Jabba?
Yes. So
what is the meaning? What is the meaning of Jabba?
Question. What's the question? What's your question?
I said, what is the meaning of Jabba?
Give me 1 second.
You want to type? Or you want to use opportunity to report? Give you 1 second in my platform.
No. I don't report. Okosisi, welcome. You see, your iPod members are coming in.
Hold on. I'm asking you, what is Jabba? Hello? If you like, you can report. No problem. I have no problem.
No. I was on the call. So I'm with you now. I'm with you.
Okay, what is Jabba?
You see, Japa is what we call neo-colonialism. Japa is when Nigerians leave Nigeria. However,
for what reason?
Wait. The West, the Chinese, the Lebanese, they come in and extract our natural mineral resources. So as Nigerians are doing Japa, the West are still coming into Nigeria. This to show you that Nigeria is still a viable and a virgin land for the West to come and exploit our mineral resources like our oil, our lithium, and so many things in our mining industry. So you are Japa, they themselves, they Japa inside Nigeria. If Nigeria was a waste, useless country, I don't think investors like the Chinese and the Western people, the BP, the ExxonMobil, just name it, the Total will be in Nigeria in our oil fields.
No. Hold on. Please. Have you seen a Chinese man washing toilet before in Nigeria?
See, this is where it's called a colonial mindset. Japa
No. It's a question because you want to tell me now that the same way Nigeria is Japa to other people's country, the same way the other countries are also Japa into the country. Is that not what you meant?
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly. And I'm now asking you, have you seen a foreigner who just traveled or migrated to Nigeria to wash toilets? Have you seen it before as an occupation?
And this is why I call it a colonial mindset. So you're right. Me and you are right. It's like a double-edged sword.
No, me and you can never be right at the same time.
We're right. Because people jump out because of colonial mindset.
Listen. Hold on. This is from Yoruba woman. Listen.
22 toilets. Now 22 toilets. Now they wash every day. As my cleaning job for Italy for good 16 years.
Now, your sister Jaba and was washing toilet for 22 toilets every day for 16 years. Do you understand now? So I don't want you people to be deceiving our people. Say they are running away because of because they want to Jaba like others are coming in. It's a lie. Those that came in, they came. Even sometimes it's an expatriate. Sometimes they come and they are getting their pay in their own heart, in their own currency. Like Julius Berger, for example. You have Strabag from Austria. They receive sometimes even in natural resources. They don't take money. So you see, this is the problem we have with Yorubas. They go to platform. Can you unmute yourself? I want to see your microphone on. On your microphone.
I'm with you. So let me answer your question.
Yes.
So
do you understand my question?
Very well.
I said, since you say it's the same, I'm asking you, have you seen any foreigner who just came into the country, maybe from China, you mentioned, America, you mentioned, who are washing toilets in Nigeria as an occupation?
Very good. So let me answer your question. And you should listen attentively. Sir Alan Fulton made a report on the 30th of September 1960, a day before our independence. It said, and the report is on my timeline, it is gazetted. It said we are joining different ethnic nations together, and I hope this thing, I know it will not work. I wish Nigeria could be like Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia under the Maastricht Treaty, which is, of course, we can be a union in the same union, like the way you have the United Kingdom, which has the Scottish, the Welsh, and the Northern Irish. And he used Yugoslavia as an example, whereby, Kosovo, Croatia, so many countries broke out of Yugoslavia. Unfortunately, the union might or might not work. However, on this jackpot thing, the person that destroyed the Nigeria, formats, according to the last Governor General of Nigeria, Governor General Glover, said we were not ready for this independence. 2 million, Sir Alan Fulton, so you can Google it. I'm an encyclopedia, so I'm not on any computer, so I can teach you everything. He said,
you are still deviating from the question. I want you to get down to the question. We are doing comparison of migration, those migrating into our land and our people that are migrating out. So I'm just trying to convince you now, which I know you are going to say yes or no, that their migration is not the same. These people came to still come and even put you in slave in your own country, because I have been to several airports in Nigeria. When the white people are coming in, they give them a very, very sound treatment. Their own is very fast. They respect them. They don't bully them like they bully the animals in Nigeria.
That's why I said we're both right. It is called colonial mindset.
And we can never be both right now. Now you are praising your country. Now you are telling me that we are both right. At least
yes.
You have
on this one,
you are proud.
we can
are you not proud of a Nigerian?
That's what. So let me explain why I said.
Are you not a proudly Nigerian? It's a question.
I am a proudly Nigerian with a.
So I'm telling you what is going on in your country. You are telling me both of us are right.
Yes. So let me explain why. So the white man comes and takes your natural resources or your mineral resources. They give you what you call the green card, the resident permit, best students. They extract the best. It's called a brain trap. So they extract the best out of you to their country while they give you citizenship like yourself, or residency, or business B1, B2 visa like America does, to bring.
All right, so I woke up feeling this way, right? I think Lagos is the state that is slowing the whole Nigeria down. And at this point, after thinking through all of this, I think Lagos should be made a country of its own. And here's why. Why must everything come through Lagos? Like anybody will import anything, the container must land for Lagos. And they get other options where they can create other seaports. Why must everything land and come through Lagos? Think about it. Lagos is actually slowing Nigeria down. Because imagine if we get other ports, like maybe we'll get the Delta State ports, may take care of all those eastern region. Say, container land for Delta States. The people where they do Anambra who can carry from Delta State ports. People where they do Enugu and all those neighboring states where they are Anambra side for that region go come carry from Delta State. It go make things actually cheaper. Do you understand? Come to think of it, Lagos is really slowing this country down.
How about the 3 R's? Reconciliation, reconstruction, and heaven knows what else. What became of them? Nothing. Calabar Seaport is not working. Why it's not working? It's a seaport. Used by the colonial masters. Why is it not working today? How about Iguacha Seaport? Why is it not being used? Why not worry? Why must we allow only Lagos to function as a viable seaport? In England, where I used to live, you had Liverpool, you had the Sun, which is Portsmouth, you had Southampton, everywhere. You had harbors and ports. So why must we have only one?
Get back. None of it's making sense. Lagos is our problem. Lagos is our problem. Imagine say we get ports for Kogi. This land for ports. People are there, Abuja, Kaduna, all these neighboring states for that region. Go come carry from there. It could actually make things cheaper than when everything land in Lagos. Not just that. Bro, international flights. Most of the times people go through Lagos. Every other international airport you get for Nigeria, they just call them international airports, but they are abandoned. You cannot actually connect to like major countries from every other international airport apart from Lagos. Yes, some of them come to Abuja, but the main people fly from Lagos. By this time, Anambra and some states suppose don't get like major, like Enugu now, suppose don't get like major international flights. And those states where we say we they travel steady, I know people they travel steady. Why don't we have an international airport where we and Delta states could use? If they really want this country to grow, Lagos is supposed to be a country of its own, because Lagos is actually slowing the growth of Nigeria down. Entertainment is in Lagos. The big companies are in Lagos. Production company, the big ones are in Lagos. Lagos should actually be a country of its own. And I think my Igbo brothers, at this point, why wouldn't they fight for Biafra? They could have seen the fight. Say, may they leave Lagos. May they break Lagos away, or may they distribute within they go Lagos to every other state. Yeah, that should be a fight. Yeah, because all these big Igbo businessmen, now through Lagos, may they fight, may they carry pots come Delta State, so that all these ones, so they get business on each main market. Bro, these people know what they are doing, fam. Where all the senators, where they represent all the states, I think this is what you should push for if you truly desire, say, make Nigeria grow. Can't be like saying that the stakeholders of Lagos State, no wonder when they'll say revenue of Lagos big past Ghana. It is because Lagos, they actually cheat every other part of Nigeria. Lagos is robbing everybody off. Lagos State is milking the whole country. Wow. How come I'm just thinking about this now? I hit my head for bed for somewhere. I think our Igbo brothers and every other reasonable Nigeria, well-meaning Nigerians, should start preaching that Nigeria, they should either take Lagos away or they should actually bring Biafra. Because now, yes, it's either they cut Lagos and make Lagos a country, or Biafra should happen, or they should distribute everything. Give us at least 3 seaports in different regions. International airports should be in at least 18 states. At least 18 states. It will open doors for businesses in those states. To open doors for investors, more investors to come in some states to come and actually do business. Bro, Lagos is our problem. Lagos is indeed the problem of Nigeria. Yeah, bad leaders are part of it, but Lagos State, that's the one. That's the one. Anyways, look at the good gym. Wow, peace and love. Don't play. As you go online, you will learn the hard way. Yeah, Lagos. They say December, all for dirty December. They say people they made how much in Lagos last year? I think they said 2.something billion. Just December period, from like 20-something of December, reach 30th of December, Lagos State generated about 20-something thousand in tickets, in tax, in people who can't do dirty December. Because this dirty December, why must it be only Lagos? Like, bro, Lagos generates so much money, and it's not fair to the other states. Why?
You fraudster, telling them rubbish about the coming kingdom of heaven. That's he himself talking about. He doesn't even know if it exists or not. He has a private jet. He has mansions all over the world. He builds schools, not to help the poor, but to enrich his family and his lineage. Do you see how foolish a black man is? But that man scamming you every Sunday and every Wednesday of your hard-earned money is not a thief. He's not a fraud. He's not a criminal. Do you know why? Because he promised you something you can never see, which is heaven. Because nobody has ever been to heaven. I buried my parents on the 14th. My mom hasn't come to me to say, oh, I'm in heaven and I'm having fun here. No. No one has been to heaven and back to tell us what it looks like.
I get all of you.
So the only reason why these men are flying about in their private jets is because they promised you something that no one has seen in the history of humanity. Heaven. Are you following? Are you listening to this very gospel? Now, that is number one. Number two, in your daddy GO's talk, no. The only thing that concerns them is how do we send them a code to bring tithe and offering? I bought palliative of now, what above what I have? 50 million I spent on palliative. or should I say IPOB, spent at my direction or at my instigation. Compare that to what your pastors have. The criminals deceiving you. I want you to go to church on Sunday and say, Pastor, why do you come to church every day? You say, hey, you're a child of God. You want to go to heaven. You're going to heaven after this and heaven. Then you ask him, Pastor, if we're all going to heaven, why do you need a private jet? Why don't you, when we get to heaven, we all have fun? Why are we on this earth? And hear what the animal will tell you. Because they're all liars and deceivers and cheats. So you don't know. I'm asking them to, okay, show us heaven then. Give us a map of heaven. You're asking me for a map. Show me a map of heaven. How many rooms are there? Describe the guy, he doesn't know. But he's here every Wednesday, you give him money. Every Sunday, you pay your tithe. What is your reward? Tell me a 419 fraud that is greater than this one. A promise. 419 is promise. Oh, I promise to deliver this, but first of all, send me your money. I promise to send you an airport, but first of all, give me money. It's a promise. And how do you know what is a fraud? They promise you something, and without saying it, they'll ask for money. Is that not what they do every Sunday? And that is not godliness. This evening, I'll teach you what is godliness. That's why I was asking for them to come. None of them will come. Let me destroy them. I'll just shred them to pieces. And their churches will be empty on Sunday. Maybe they're not that daft after all. I wanted one of them to show up. And I promise that your churches will be empty. By the time I finish with you, your churches will be empty. That fraud you're committing every Sunday will come to an end. Now, they say clear conscience fears no accusation. And some of them petition me to say, what you're saying and the way you're saying it is not all that great. You know, why don't you calm down a little bit or take it easy? And this one should have said, if your conscience is clear.
Some of you don't believe. I got a text message from somewhere from WhatsApp message, please. And we're also on WhatsApp if you've forgotten. +4478 313 08376 is the number on WhatsApp. Radio Biafra, of course. He said to me that some people are running away. Some of them, him and the pastor, they tell the congregation, don't go there. He's not talking about Jesus. He's saying it is Chukwabiama. It's not Jesus. And I said to this very person, go back to your criminal Bible carrying pastor and you should know around. Do they know who we are? Do you think because you're carrying the Bible will not tell you the truth? Even if you're a vagabond, you're like you thought you know was religion, stealing the name of Biafra. You are a rogue with the word of God, and your damnation will be worse than any. I want you to repeat the Lord's Prayer. They asked Yahushua to pray. The thing that is wrong with man is that you believe in your own creation. Even as Moshe was climbing up Mount Sinai, Moses was climbing up Mount Sinai to go and bring down the tablet of stone containing the word of the Most High God, Chukwabiama, that will revert till this very day. Some of you made an idol on the ground. You didn't quite believe that he was going to speak to heaven and that he was going to come back with a set of laws. We are busy fabricating and fermenting idol. That is why you couldn't. In fact, they all perished in the Nubis. They all perished. They were perambulating in the wilderness until they died off, and the chosen ones marched up. Why am I saying this to you? I told you here on radio, as I said before, when it happens, I will come back. The only thing I will say to you is, I told you so a few weeks ago, and that's what I'm saying this morning. I told you so a few weeks ago that UK and USA and the wider EU are in support of Muslims. Those that brought you New Testament. This is what I find astonishing. The same people you call Christians in Europe. My mother has the cloth of Methuselah of England. Of Anglican Church. Blue cloth that they tie. Anyway, I refer to things as social club for mothers. That's how I see it in the church.
The same Christians who do not work for Rome, who die here now, working for Buhari. One nation, I got a seed, plant they will seed and water it. Became will bring us Yanaba. Who not supposed to believe the weaver, not bad. I don't know how to preach this gospel that you may understand. I do not know how else I can begin to articulate this message of heaven that you on earth may grasp it, because here we speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Christians supporting Islam. Buhari is thanking them. Not Saudi Arabia, because their support for them is guaranteed. They are thanking US and the EU. On Sunday, don't worry, you go to church, you contribute money. One set goes to Canterbury in England, Anglican church, the other one goes to Rome, Catholic church. Then Pentecostal will cut it into two, give half to Yoruba and the send half to America. If you're an Assemblies of God church or Jehovah's Witness. Nobody is sitting down to say, who is going to take care of my daughter and my son? How will they go to good schools? Who is going to give them life electricity? How about iPad? Why not my children playing with iPad and the Samsung tab and the smartphone to learn how to even play video games and then design it later? England. So we go to Lebanon. After doing all of that, the same Christians of Europe will support Israel. And they say, Buhari is thanking them. Now, before you say we made it up, no, it is being carried by a newspaper in this reputable one. We block the list and we don't write them. Buhari hails EU, US for their role in the elections. That's the headline. Thanking Christians for helping him defeat a Christian or leading him into power. Hey, there is God, Jonathan. I will miss that woman, honestly. Buhari is thanking EU and US for their role in bringing unity. It's a national newspaper carrying it. Yeah, boy. Don't say to go. I'm not going to go. Go look at the 12 also, Pope John Paul, the 1098. Okay, this maybe. Look at 12 on Sunday, Christians in Europe, Christian Brotherhood. They have abandoned you once again. There's some people killing them. These are the same people that bombed the Twin Towers in America. This is the same people, the same Alakoba, the same Islam, the same terrorists that keeps killing every day, beheading Western hostages. Nobody